to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right. Take roll. Alderman Rosanani.
What am I?
Oh, Alderman. I'm sorry. Board member.
Here.
Board President Brock Gibson. Board Vice President Amanda Schwinn.
Here.
Board member Rebecca Monia.
Here.
And board member Dan Schultz is not here. Liaison Joe Steyer. Here. And Corey and Dina are not here. Okay.
We have all board members, right?
We have a quorum.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
No Dan. Yeah.
It's almost like that's normal now.
Do we not have minutes or financial?
We don't have-
Oh, there's the minutes.
We have the minutes. We don't have financial this month. I will.
Oh, is it that?
No, just with David being out, I haven't. I need to find out where to get those.
Is Rebecca?
She went to I'll make a motion to approve agenda.
I'll second.
All in favor? I guess we just keep going.
Yeah, absolutely.
Could amend your agenda. Or just skip it to get to it.
Do what?
You don't have a financial report, so you could,
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, yeah.
whatever.
I make a motion to amend the agenda to remove financial report,
I'll second.
since Rebecca didn't approve it anyway.
All in favor?
Thanks, Joe.
Yeah.
All right. Somebody want a motion for the minutes?
I'll make a motion to approve. I'll second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
So moved. It's kind of funny in the board minutes, it says the board reviewed Carol Knowles TTC grant request for the day of celebration. They call it the day of celebration instead of your that.
That's their official name.
Yes.
That's their LLC is.
Oh, it's really?
That's
Oh,
what-
really?
They're not, their LLC is not Jurafed,
Oh,
it's
no
the day
kidding.
of celebration.
The English.
That makes sense.
I guess Jurafed was already taken.
Yeah. Okay, there is no public comments.
I think so.
Whole business.
County transient tax update. There was a second letter sent out by Sarah Hogue, just informing everyone that it is now time to, this was right before July 1st, that it's time to collect and that there's a form that the city has created. Thank you, Rebecca, for doing that. That you can access online, how to access it, how to turn in your report, and also to talk about that. We held a little works session. Nobody showed up, but anybody in the county and in the city could come and bring their laptop, or we could, put something on the screen and we could walk them through how to add the tax, showed them how the form works and that sort of thing. Nope, we didn't have any takers.
That's
but
great. That means that it must have worked really well.
That's
how- They all know what they're doing.
100%. I'm gonna,
Aaron and I and Sarah and Kelly had a really good 2-hour conversation.
absolutely, yeah, so that was,
Has anyone gotten any questions since it's been sent out?
sure, actually, I meet with someone tomorrow. There's 2 people that run it directly from their phone, and you can't add the tax. You can actually pull the reports, though, the earnings report, which is really nice, so I was able to see that you can do that. But I had someone come the day before we did that.
So are they able to go on a computer then and add it so that it shows up
Well,
on the phone?
they're going to show up on, I have someone showing up tomorrow at 9, and I'm going to pull their thing up on my computer, their profile, and then add it.
Okay.
And Sarah's helped probably half a dozen to 10 people get set up.
Yeah, so it has been,
So They didn't come, but people are reaching out independently.
Yes.
yes, absolutely. And yeah, it's been kind of a case-by-case basis.
Have we independently reached out to some of the larger, like the postcard cabins and the microtel? Like, do we know that they're all set up and?
I'm pretty
Microtel should be set up. So Sarah had the mailing address for whoever sends in the other taxes for postcard cabins. But I just recently, I was like, I don't know if we should trust that. And I went on Marriott Bonvoy and submitted something. I got, it's like Airbnb. It's so hard to get in touch with an actual human being. They've got
I think
it all.
Gina has her actual phone number.
Oh, that person?
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be great to get in touch with that representative.
Because there's always somebody local on site.
Yeah, it's the lady who runs it out there.
They're not always corporate, there's somebody.
No,
local that's got
they're just
a
franchisees,
decision.
really. I think it's just a franchisee, probably.
No, I think she actually works for whoever
Oh,
took it
okay.
over now or
Yeah.
something, but she runs it out there.
Yeah, it was the Getaway
Yeah.
for a while, and that was like a national thing, and then they got bought out by
Oh,
Marriott.
okay, I see.
Yeah. Okay, well, that's great to know. But
So
yeah,
that started in July?
started in July.
Okay, July 1, okay.
So yeah, if we can get
Who
that.
who
local
else was there? Is there any other bigger ones that we should just confirm that they've got it squared away?
You think Audubon's up there?
Actually, I checked personally and they do.
Okay, good. Yeah, I'm not, outside of postcard cabins, yes, and, maybe the Bowmans or something like that.
Oh, that would be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Twin turret should be set up.
Yeah.
So do we have like an IGA? Is that finalized?
That's finalized, yep.
Are we ever gonna see that, or is that not
It was
seeable?
brought here, yeah.
It was brought here?
I'm sorry, I'm having a brain, what, IGA?
Intergovernmental agreement.
Oh, the IGA, okay, yes. okay.
Yep.
You did that.
Sorry. Well, yeah, a lot of acronyms floating around sometimes.
So, so yeah, that'll be in my tourism report, basically. We're already working on our budget and trying to come up with a plan, and I'll come to the TTC with the plan.
So what if the projections don't match the reality? So like as far as the tax revenue goes, if you have, let's say we expect an X dollar amount, we budget on that dollar amount. If it comes in, significant less or significantly less than what we were expecting, do we know? I mean,
We do have some reserves, we got that 80 grand that's in the reserves. So if we really want to probably move forward with any of the budget items, we could probably use the reserves
Mm.
until those funds catch back up, I don't know.
Because it could be a while.
Yeah, it could, maybe never. We'd have to cut something. We'd have to talk about that. But I do think, well, I think the projections are I think they're good. They are projections, so you never know.
Mm-hmm. No, absolutely. I think we're being pretty conservative.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, enough to,
We're gonna budget conservatively. And
Okay.
I certainly wouldn't want to spend too much of that before there's some
Yeah,
revenue come in.
yeah. Anything, any other old business? Anything else anybody wants to bring up?
Mandy, I'll get you a copy of that, but county and the city both passed that probably in right after the tax passed, so April. No, it wasn't.
I saw, I'm looking at one of your other items on your, I saw an influencer, it looked like, going to a La Techniques. It was kind of a video montage of somebody doing a visit to La Techniques, and she looked like she was an out-of-town guest, and they
Yeah,
did
I've
a
seen
really,
that.
I don't know who, yeah, it's really.
Maybe, I think it might have been somebody she paid somebody
Yeah.
to do.
Oh, that's, yeah. Well, I was
It
an
was nice,
influencer, right?
yeah.
Kind of an influencer. And yeah, it was really slick, so good for them.
Cool.
Yeah, I think that's kind of catching on. I've been noticing, just TikToks of, someone did a TikTok of the golf course, talking about how much they love coming out to the golf course. I was like, okay, we didn't pay them. They're just doing that. Making that content for free. There was someone that, there was a woman that brought her family through town, and she was just like, this town is so cute. She was just a volunteer. And what else did I see recently? Anyways,
Was that Noah and,
well, we did have an actual influencer. We did actually with what we're doing with Jasper Paul. We don't pay the influencers. They come, but we do pay Jasper Paul. So I would count that as a paid influencer stay. But there's just been a lot of things that have kind of happened
naturally.
Yeah, just kind of naturally. Which is like, oh, someone did one on the water park recently. Just saw it a couple of days ago. So, wow, okay.
Zero's just recently had a couple.
That's right. Yeah, someone did like a.
Well, yeah, they do food reviews all
Yeah,
the
they
time.
do. I've seen them
Yeah.
quite a bit, yeah.
Yeah, that's true. No, it was kind of like boom, 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 boom. So that's cool. Hopefully that continues. A lot of volunteers continue to do that.
It's an interesting new marketing strategy. Just took me a minute to get used to that. I think I'm getting used to it now, but
I love it because it just shows, especially with what we're doing, like, with Staycation STL, who just came out here. They're highlighting what couples do in St. Gen, and they take you through it. They walk you through an itinerary, which is nice. So
I think it's good. I think it's really good.
Do you know how Jasper Paul is selecting or like tentatively coming up with the agendas or the itineraries for the group? So do they change it up? Is it
you're right. Yeah,
pretty consistent?
well, I'm hoping. I mean, what it's this is number 2 as far as influencers go, and then number 3 if you count Ebsworth Gold, who came in and did the article. Yeah, I'm kind of, I've let Abby do the first 2, just kind of see, how she's doing on that, and then I think, just seeing the last influencer sort of trip selection, I'm going to kind of suggest some things for next time.
So, I talked to one of the influencers, and I asked them kind of about what they do, and that's when I found out they're free. I mean, well, they're not exactly free. Like,
We're
we're comping that. Yeah, we comp everything. Yeah, we comp everything. So we make it easy for them to come. And they do it for the content, the content's that's valuable to them. So that's why they don't mind coming here on a free trip to do this, because the content is where they end up trying to get their stuff. But I even thought about this, that, why couldn't we could do this without needing Jasper Paul private businesses like Audubon's or whoever. We can hire influencers to come in here and offer them a free dinner and a free night stay or whatever. And we as private businesses could even get together. So when you ask how are they selecting it, we have the opportunity to do that. And I asked Abby at Jasper Paul, or maybe I asked somebody that was working with them, that if those resources were available, and we absolutely if we reach out to Aaron, we can find out, get an influencer through Jasper Paul still at no cost. We can individually do that. They would connect us. They'll play as a resource to connect us with an influencer if we wanted to engage with an influencer like as a private business. So we could technically build our own. We could have a stay. We could have multiple businesses that are involved in that we all decide we're going to comp something and take that and do that ourselves too.
And to kind of go further on your question, I think the way Abby's kind of picking the things that they do is based on like what their content is. So staycation is for couples.
Yeah.
Alexis Soda's was like more family oriented, so they went to the water park, and I'm sure they went to Sarah's and all of that.
There was
So
another lady too.
the Erica.
Yes.
Yes.
She was.
So she was the one that wrote that article for travel.
Not her. It was a different gal before. She was a single.
The first one.
The very first person. I don't think it was
Remember her name? Anika or something?
something travels.
Yes.
It was something different.
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
It was a single female.
Oh yeah.
Do you know who I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Remember her name?
I offered. I paid for her myself. What was? Yeah, it was an interesting name. Yeah, for
It's
sure.
the-
But her name was
A, I
Olivia.
think.
But her travels was like Atamoli or something like that. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
So just for my information, we offer them, the businesses are kind of comping some of these things for them, so they have a, nice weekend down here but then how do they monetize? Well, they go back and they post all their content on Instagram, and then Instagram monetize it, and how does that work? So it depends on,
based on their follower count.
so the more followers they have, or the more clicks they have
The more
on that,
views,
or
or the-
views
yes.
on that.
Yeah, it's like they pay for that. Basically, how would I say? It's almost like ad space. You know what I mean? Like.
And so then what, like Instagram cuts them a check once a
Yes.
month and just writes them a check for $1,000 or $50 or whatever it is.
Depending on
how
how many
how much
followers,
content and how many
yeah.
views. and
How much
stuff.
interaction they have, yeah.
So like this couple, what do you think that a person could make as an influencer if you have 1 million followers?
It's a good
and-
Are you
question.
looking for
No,
another job?
I got plenty. Can you make
A lot of money.
Can you make 6 figures or more?
Yes.
Okay, I wasn't sure.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, this is.
And how
Plus
many,
you're getting everything for free.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah. And people are paying you for your, especially if you're like doing
And
great
it's
at
not
like,
cheap stuff that they're-
promoting other people's. You also it's kind of like being in the NBA. You get a good salary from being in the NBA, but the promotion deals.
Yeah.
yeah, and another thing that's important too is that there are paid influencers. Not all of them are unpaid.
Yeah.
There are ones that you
Yeah,
do
this
have to
would be
pay
an
to come.
unpaid.
These
There
are the
some
ones
that are
where
even
right.
more well-known.
Exactly.
You have to
They
pay
get
them on
paid
top
too.
of comping
Yes,
and everything.
That's right. Yeah. And that was shared with me by one of the influencers that was
Sounds
here.
like bribery. Just
Yeah.
saying.
I mean, well, that's what it is, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think it's been a good thing. I think they've made an impact so far. And that people that were here this weekend loved it. They were very happy.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, I saw them out at Chateau. And they were really enjoying themselves. Yeah, that's pretty much what was in my tourism report. Working on the budget for next year. I will present to the TTC and then next couple of meetings what the kind of projection is, what we could spend that on, and if you guys would like to do that. And then just talking a little bit about the influencer visit that's happened, and then of course, you've got some information on them, and then you've got their itinerary on the back. And I guess moving to new business, I know we've been talking about doing a merchant survey that kind of covers.
Actually, before we do that,
Sure.
I wanted to ask your guys' take on this. I've mentioned this to Aaron already about adding to the tourism report that we get for this board meeting, adding some of the Placer AI data, month to month, month over month data.
Don't you normally bring that?
I do like quarterly, yeah.
I think it would be cool to see just like, you can come up with whatever you think the monthly output that would be valuable would be, right? Like number.
It's pretty
total-
simple, yeah.
Total number of visitors, just and then do the rolling 12 months. And so we can see trends, and every month just update with the next month's data.
It'd be
I
interesting.
think that'd be cool to have with this report when we,
I'll go back to seeing if we can get 5 or 10 businesses to voluntarily offer their sales tax data so that we can see trends in sales tax, because right now, we don't have any way to do that. So if we
Yeah.
would, potentially get 5 or so, 10 businesses to volunteer to give us their monthly or quarterly sales tax and maybe submit it anonymously or somehow, but be able to have Sue or Aaron, or I don't know, that would be the best way to do that. But it'd be pretty interesting to see sales tax dollars going up and down, mostly up, hopefully, right? But, we talked about that a few months ago, and it'll take a while to implement that. But man, if we start going and starting to get a starting point for our graph, might be pretty interesting for us to see how we're doing with all our marketing efforts. Because now we're into a bunch of new tools and campaigns and all the things that we're doing, that we're putting out there, influencers and all that stuff. So now would be a good time to have the base data point, whatever you call that.
KPI.
Yeah. So I don't know if anybody else feels that. Would be valuable, but we don't have any other way to track citywide. I think, I don't know, do we count? We get city as a whole, and we get, I don't know, do they do a county as a whole?
I don't know how the county, I'm sure the county
That's
gets
what
their
you
sales
probably
tax payments just like
yeah.
we do, yeah.
So, but if we wanted to do,
so we don't get the details.
no, the DOR won't release, I guess just citywide. They just kind of do just citywide for anything that's inside city limits. So, one of the other businesses have a bad month or something like that. We don't see the downtown area, how it's trending.
Maybe put in that survey. See if they'd be willing to share it.
Yeah. Well, good segue.
Yeah,
to
see
this.
there?
Yeah, that was nice. Thank you. So I think we had just kind of talked about.
I think we have to make a motion for that, to add that to the report. To his report, don't we?
Mm-hmm.
Do we have to make a motion for him to add that? Just do it?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Works for me.
We talked about creating a survey or a questionnaire for downtown businesses to talk about hours of operation, but I thought maybe it would be even better, especially with us having organizations like Downtown St. John and Pro St. John and Chamber of Commerce maybe use some more extended information, created this like really in-depth questionnaire. Hopefully people would be happy to fill it out. But I think it's really got some great data points if we were able to aggregate all of this data. I think what's a great, things like which months are usually the most challenging compared with a typical weekday, approximately how much stronger is an average Saturday. Just kind of like really getting into the details. When an event increases foot traffic, does it generally increase your sales as well? Just things like that. I think people would, one, be excited to share this perspective. And I think we could get maybe some varying data as well, that it won't all point to the same thing, which would be interesting. But, in kind of that, it does talk about what would make you change your hours. What could we show you data that would change your mind and that sort of thing. So I think this would be a good one. And, I think with how long it is, you can get people in a good little rhythm, and they'll, be more likely to share. And once we aggregate this data and can hand it out, I'd love to share it with Downtown St. John, with the IDC, with Pro St. John and the Chamber of Commerce, so they can have that data as well. And that data can influence what they're doing, but also to give it to the business owner, so that hopefully that data kind of influences or helps them, find a good space to operate in.
I love this question. What factors most influence your operating hours? I like that.
The first one under number 5 too. What are
That's
the most-
exactly what I was looking at.
Yeah, what are the most common questions visitors ask your staff? That's kind of,
What attractions are open? Actually, I should say what businesses are open.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, I get that. That's my number one question.
You know they have a list at the Welcome Center by day?
And some of those are already out of date.
Yeah.
also.
Yes,
So
it is, that's-
it's great that they have it. They brought it to
Yeah.
the businesses. I even laminated it, but I was looking, I was like, wait, some of these aren't even right.
So, but it's available.
And some don't even go by it.
And
so
some
that
don't
doesn't
go
help.
by
And
it.
then they
Their
get
list-
even more mad.
That's a little hard to control.
Yes.
Yeah.
It is. It's great to have it. It just, yeah.
Because
But I think getting that in front of people who do that, like, this is our number one question for us that are open all the time. This is our number one question. Like, if I see that, I'd be like, oh crap, we should be open.
Well, and the way I was hoping to get these out is to have Mary and Jan at the Welcome Center, kind of walk around and hand deliver these and talk to people and get some just kind of anecdotal stories from them. But then, they can hand it off, pick it up, and then, they'll be looking at this data, and then they can give it to me and I can, put it in the computer and make it all, give us some great data points.
Yeah, those look good.
Could be helpful.
Yeah, and I like the idea of it being on paper.
Yeah. And the visitor center handing it out is
Yeah.
great too, because
Yeah.
them coming around and personally making that reach out is
I'll
good.
just wait till you fill it out.
You know, it'd be fun is if,
No, that's true.
That's what I was telling them too,
it'd be
just
nice
like
if you
I'm gonna be by
had
the hour.
a survey that visitors could fill out.
Ice cream, what they do.
something similar.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like again, paper form,
Yeah.
you're thinking?
Just even like a little card. Like, what can we do better?
On page 11, the first full question. How often would you like to receive a merchant activity report? What would that be? What is going to be? What will a merchant activity report be?
I think that would be kind of like our Placer AI data, if we could get that kind of,
You probably want to just explain it, I think. Just,
Okay,
do they
fair
want to
enough.
know this type of information?
yeah.
That's what you're going for.
Well, the
That
very
makes
next question is follows up. There you go. Good kept reading.
Oh,
Maybe I could switch those somehow, like what information would be great
Well, yeah,
Oh, yeah.
just
include
switch
in a
Yeah.
Just put
merchant,
the other one, yeah,
in a
first.
merchant report? How often would you like to receive that report?
Yeah, those are just in the wrong order.
Hopefully they don't say daily. Okay, I don't have that.
Yeah, they'll put it on.
Don't give that option.
I still think that a definition of what we're going to say a merchant activity report is would
Sure.
be helpful, just because what we're really talking about is the types of people visiting
Right,
downtown St. Gen. And I'd be, I think the more specific we can be about that.
sure.
Page 12, second to last one. Is your Google business profile currently accurate? I'm not asking if they even have one. Just
Yeah. Do you have one, and is it?
oh, it says we do not have one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Keep reading, Jim. No, I'm just, I can't believe you're reading these this fast, man.
That's all.
You know what I
all
think?
Contracts, I'm just projecting.
You know what I think someone needs to make, and maybe it's out there and I haven't seen it, but it would be super helpful for businesses like me or anyone else who has to go in every now and again and update hours
Hours?
across all
Oh my
these
gosh.
different
Speaking of
great
that,
idea.
platforms, like one app or something where you can go
Yeah.
to that goes
Aggregates
out
it
and
all out,
updates.
yeah.
That's an
updates.
awful thing to have to
This
set
No,
up.
number-
no, and you have to put your
your new currently
voicemail,
published,
your all,
add
everything.
Apple Maps, iMaps.
Okay.
You have to have,
It's
you have to have an
Someone
Apple
could
ID to do
develop
You have to
that.
have an
apps,
Apple ID
yes.
just to update Apple.
But it's worth doing,
Yeah, I mean,
because you're missing out on.
it does a good, it does it.
Everybody uses an
Everybody has
iPhone.
Apple,
People,
yes.
yeah.
That one's not too bad setting up.
iMaps.
Apple's not.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's right.
that's actually very easy to change.
And it hooks to Yelp, I think. So
Yeah, I think so.
Apple and Yelp.
You gotta dig through to find
Oh,
out
it's
what's
crazy.
got
100%.
this, yeah, Yelp hours.
Facebook is like, I want to change my hours, and then it's like, it
TripAdvisor,
loads, and
Yeah.
then, no, that's not what I meant.
Google.
It's crazy.
Facebook.
But there are some primary ones that those others go to get it. So you're right, we need to know what those are and how to update them, yeah.
But it is impossible to find them all.
Yes.
Our hours
We need an
change.
app
Because
for
then,
that.
because then somebody will message you and be like, this
Yeah.
blah, blah, blah.
I
it
see
says
it for
you're
someone.
open.
Yeah.
My first question is, where did you find that?
That's what I say too.
Yes.
And
And I
they
make you
can't
show me,
tell
and they're
you.
like, why is this guy so serious about it? I'm like, I need to know exactly where you saw it.
Some guy
Exactly.
thought I was bizarre because I was, can you please pull up your phone and show me where
Yeah.
you found those hours?
Yeah,
Because
exactly.
I need to know. I have to change it right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a lot.
It is a lot.
It's a lot.
And that is a really good idea. We need to have some central.
Here
yeah,
they are,
we-
and it
Just
goes
at
out.
least just give the people the information that they can know how
We
to
could make one.
update
We
it.
could be an app developer.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, no kidding, yeah.
Hey, man, you're gonna get a copy of that.
Thank you.
We actually took it to a committee, and then I laid a copy of it at your places in April, but we didn't discuss it.
They can call me, I'll help.
Yeah, so what do we do about that?
What's that? He has a question on there for it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Look at it.
You
He's
just gotta
already
add
ahead.
IMAPs and then I think you've got it all
Bottom of page
covered.
12.
Oh,
I would actually, I'll probably put Bing on
Page
there
13.
too.
Or you like
Yeah.
assistance
Yeah.
updating
Yeah.
or distributing
Oh,
your
yeah.
business hours?
I think they kind of go hand in hand, so it's good. Okay. And I could use a big old cone of Michigan pothole right now.
I thought about bringing some.
oh my goodness. Oh, I can't get it out of my head how big of a pain in the butt that is. So I just keep thinking about it. You're right, it is awful.
Yeah, because we're on, I mean, this list isn't even
Yeah, and even when you
half
think about
of
it.
what, oh my gosh, because when we did change our hours, every website, so many of them, you had to create a password. So we just
Oh,
have
right.
this running list now and we just went on Google and searched for us.
Yeah.
Because we're under so many different names
Yeah.
too. I mean, we have an identity crisis, so we had to search all of the names, all of the different, and there were so many we found that were,
Yeah.
we closed in November. We haven't done that since 2009.
Yeah, the hours were like 2
Yes,
or
it was
3 changes ago.
horrible.
Yeah.
Horrible.
Yeah.
Because so many, I guess the new apps and the things that people are creating, it just gets your information. And then they put it on their site. You didn't put it there. But then it's a headache for them to
right.
change it. But yeah, that's a nightmare.
I know we're bouncing around a little bit, but I do want to ask about the sales tax thing. Do we only get, do we get payment once a month? We don't even know what day the sales tax is from? Is it just one lump sum sales tax
You get
payment?
one payment a month, and you have no idea whether that is businesses that paid on time, businesses that.
So kind of like how it is now.
Wow.
Whatever the state gets, it then sends
Yeah, of
to us
course.
after they keep their.
They would have to get that data from us saying, we don't submit that data, so they wouldn't be able to say it does it, yeah, so. Yeah, so really, we need to get merchants to help with that. There's no other way.
Is that you pledging?
I will, absolutely, I have no problem doing that. I'll give you my P&L, I'll give you my income statement, everything you want. If you got any ideas, let me know.
But you're gonna use the TTC as like your board of directors?
Free.
What do you
Advice.
guys think about this business?
You get what you pay for.
Should we do?
So once this is filled, so the ladies are going to deliver these. They're not going to wait for them to be filled out, are they? That was a joke.
I mean, I've kind
Because
of,
this is a lot.
It's a lot
If
to
they
go
walk
through.
in and hand this to
Yeah,
us, there's no way we'd be able to
You could
stand
do
there.
it maybe in 10 minutes if you rush through it, but 10 minutes wouldn't be quite, going through there and trying to figure that out.
They're just gonna have to ask
Well,
when they come
and
back tomorrow.
because
or
some
20 or
of
30 minutes
these,
at least, yeah.
I would actually need to ask my staff, like, what is the most common question?
Yeah.
I mean, I can tell you what it was like 5 years ago, but I'm usually in my office now, so what I would want
They
to
should give us
kind of
24
ask
hours.
them what they hear, because they're out.
yeah, I think if you ask Jan or Mary to just come back, like, I'll give us a couple
Come
of
back
days.
and pick, I was going to say where, it doesn't say where to turn it in.
I'll put that on there too, because I think
Make
you
sure
can turn
that
it
they-
back into the
Well,
welcome
I
center.
would say make sure they go back. They tell them we will come back and get it.
That's
Because they
right there.
won't take.
Maybe put the name of the business on the top
Yep.
or something and then.
Yeah, just
Oh,
tell them,
wait,
just say,
you're
when would you
putting
like me
it
to
on
come
there,
back and get
never
it?
mind.
Okay, that makes sense.
I think that's,
Yeah, have them go get it.
because I know that me, if they came in and said, hey, would you fill this out, we'll come back, and drop it off down at, it ain't happening. But if they say, I'm going to come back tomorrow for it, then I will sit down and do it.
Yeah.
I think it'd probably be best if they.
It's very true. I have this check I need to mail off. It's been here for a month.
Yeah, I got it, yeah.
That's
Yeah.
100%.
Hope it's not a candy supplier.
It's not.
And then we'll let them know if I have to come back and get it, I'm gonna sit there and watch you
Yeah.
fill it out if you're not done. So.
Okay.
Well, and they can maybe come up with, I can't do this till Friday, come back.
Yeah.
soon. No,
Yeah,
no,
right.
But that way,
But as long as
Okay.
they.
I think everybody will enjoy that. Actually.
Yeah.
So, some good interaction. Maybe I'll drop some of these off myself.
Yeah. I love it. Is there anything we should add to it?
It looks great
I
for
believe
record.
it.
Or change? But we do need to add, I think we should add the question about if they would be willing to share their.
I think, that
Sales
part,
tax
yeah.
numbers,
I
yeah.
think that's it. Yeah, there's something similar at the back. Okay.
You know what I mean? Something like that, where if they,
Yeah.
to see if they'd be willing to share. I might even be specific, maybe even say 12 months.
They need to know why,
Yeah, that's fine, yeah, and put, maybe, what,
what we're wanting to do.
yeah. Yeah.
What are we going to do?
Yeah, no, that's a good question, no, but that's a real question, because it really, it's more, I feel like the why is almost because we don't, yeah, it's a tough
You don't
one,
really
isn't it?
need the data. What you really need to know is whether it's trending up and down and how
Yeah.
it compares to the prior year.
right,
I mean,
right.
that's really what, they could give you a graph that shows
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even if it
increase
was
by
graph
percentage. You don't
numbers.
have to have dollars.
No,
Yeah.
you don't. That might be, you know what, that might be a one-on-one conversation you just have with people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. When you go pick these bad boys up. Or when you drop them off.
Yeah. So, hey.
Yeah. If somebody drops one off with me at any of those spots and asks me to give them the numbers, I will do that.
So again, trending up, down, what was the other thing you said there?
And how it compares to last year?
Oh, right.
Like prior year?
Year over year.
And days too. Broke it out in days.
That'd be tough. You're talking about sales tax?
How would it be
Just
tough?
the trends
Go
of
off your
the,
POS system.
Yeah, I mean, you could look at this, the revenue trends
I mean,
by
your
day,
tax
but we
would be
pay
on
one
there, too,
tax
huh?
bill a month, don't we? I pay taxes.
I know, but it
once
shows your tax on what you bill
yeah, what's your
out
collections? It knows your collections.
every
by
day. Every transaction.
a
is
month. Yeah, I mean,
tax on.
revenue, yeah, I get, yeah.
You should be able, I think
Yeah,
we
yeah,
can
I'm
run
sure
this.
we'll pull it.
I haven't run that
Yeah.
particular
Well,
report.
Yeah.
You could even just do sales.
Yeah,
A graph of
but
sales.
That's what-
Sales
that's
is
what-
the same, yeah, it's gonna be
It's kinda
sales,
the
it's
same thing,
9.6% of
yeah.
sales.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, works, either way. If sales are trending up, then
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
logic, they are
Yes,
too.
yes. But
Well, that
doing that
was-
by days would help, like,
That,
it would back the hours.
well, that does actually, like, my very original thought when we started talking about this was, you know, is it the sales tax numbers that we actually want? Isn't just your revenue? I mean, I feel
It
like we
doesn't
should.
matter.
Either one.
It doesn't really
It
matter.
doesn't- it doesn't
Unless
matter.
we're a mining company, we don't collect taxes.
Well, it's a lot, I know this that for somebody,
Right?
if you want to pull the data out clean or you want to break it up by revenue, it's going to be a lot easier. Like, I'm not going to be able to look at sales tax by anything, you know, so if we want to look at any details at all,
I think
then revenue
revenue is
would,
perfectly fine.
Yeah.
Like do a restaurant, a business, you know, merchandise,
Yeah.
clothing. I mean, services don't have tax though,
yeah.
so.
But if it was the same one, you just added them all
Yeah.
together. You know.
Or have them, I would leave them separate. Like here's a restaurant and there's
Yeah.
sales daily.
Yeah,
Somebody like a candy store, sales daily, ice cream
Yeah.
shop, sales daily.
I mean, you know, the more detail you get,
Yeah.
the more you could use it, yeah. So you're right.
But like somebody like the hospice place next to the candy store, that's irrelevant.
Right.
Or even like you guys having, how many people you guys get in your,
well, we're nonprofits, so we don't collect sales tax.
but you do sales though, right?
Yes,
So I mean, even just to see that would be, we still, our goal is still to get
Yeah.
people in your door. regardless of sales.
Yeah, your sales might be pretty interesting
Yeah.
to see, because, you know, you're,
You're interesting, aren't you?
are they kind of, do you pay attention to them, or are they?
Oh,
that's
yeah,
something
we
you-
definitely pay attention. I track them out. I can tell you
I didn't
dates
know if that was
from
your
last year to last
responsibility
year.
or not.
That's
Yeah.
exactly what I do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so it's probably, does it?
Oh, yeah. It goes all over the place. And
it's
I track
random.
it different from admissions versus gift shop sales. I have everything separate.
Wow.
And
Gonna
make sure
visit
they know it's
Roseanne.
make sure they know it's anonymous.
Yeah.
We won't know it. We know what business it is.
Yeah.
Just the type maybe, you know, but if there's ice cream shop, we might use that.
So you can just do like dessert.
Yeah, yeah.
Because there's so many.
Sweets
I
or
mean, it could be
something like that.
Luna's, you never know.
That is true.
But I do think asking for just revenue, daily revenue. If you could get daily, that'd be great. Monthly would be okay, but daily revenue would be really phenomenal.
Yeah, I'd be interested in seeing daily, not monthly. I'd be like,
Yeah.
this makes nothing to me.
Yeah, monthly would be okay. Daily would be great.
And then if this goes over well, then we can go hourly. I mean, you can dig deep in that.
Yeah,
POS
right.
systems,
Yeah,
you
you
can.
can.
We've
Yeah,
looked
it
at
tells
them.
you.
Depending on which ones you use, yeah, you can even.
I can look at it by the hour.
That's how we set our hours at Luna's. We literally go by hourly reports.
Mhm.
That's cool.
I think that makes sense, you know, if we're trying to, you know, gear towards certain marketing and tools for certain, you know, trying to increase weekday traffic and trying to increase, you know, a Sunday traffic, whatever the case
Yeah,
may be,
right.
you know.
Well, and here's another thing that's kind of came up in the Pro St. Gen meeting that just happened. But, you know, I've also kind of already crafted one for lodging businesses, like how booked up are you, you know? Because, you know, we're kind of coming into this thing like, or, you know, we're reaching out to overnight visitors. Are we maxed out?
No.
We're not maxed out, okay, good. All right. Good to hear.
Where
But
would you think? we're
On
at?
days, on certain days.
on certain,
but
like on
for
weekends and
festivals,
stuff?
On weekends.
No, okay.
What are we talking about? Maxed out on what?
On, you know,
Lodging availability.
yeah,
Are
lodging
we-
availability.
Are we pushing for overnight stays? Are we marketing for people to stay over and there's no rooms for them to have?
You can easily look on Airbnb on any given day and see how many openings there are. And
Okay.
Well, you look on-
we have space here.
Yeah, on the weekdays. Weekends.
Weekends too.
Well,
I just looked
I mean,
for last weekend after we had our
Yeah.
meeting and
last weekend
there
had
was
availability.
plenty of
Yeah, last weekend did
Okay, that's good
availability.
to know.
Kind of an off weekend, not
yeah.
anything big
Yeah.
last
And
weekend.
Jared, if that weekend, probably not. Those book
Yeah,
out.
sure.
I mean, Christmas festival books out pretty far in advance, but
Let's pay attention to it. I'll pay attention to it. I'll look every Saturday at like Airbnb. I'll start documenting it to see how many Airbnbs are available for those weekends, because we need to know that data, because there have been, and maybe you're just unique weekends, but or maybe it's just my bad luck, but the times that I needed a room on a Saturday, I couldn't find anything. I texted people and looked on Airbnb and there was literally nothing, but that was like 3 or 4 weekends, so I don't know, it could have been as unique, but I did have somebody just actually this last weekend. Was I telling you that? That I had somebody that bought a ticket to the show, and they emailed me asking me if I could refund them because there was nowhere to stay.
they obviously didn't look hard
Yeah,
enough because
yeah.
there were lots of places to
So,
stay.
and there's a lot of things that could go in. They had a ticket for your show, but they didn't want to stay way out in the county.
Yeah.
No, there was
Well,
plenty
even in the
places
city,
right
you know, there were
downtown.
Airbnbs downtown. Yeah.
I
There were.
looked.
Yeah, this weekend there were. I looked because of that email. Or
And they could have been looking for a cheap hotel.
Well,
They could-
exactly.
You know what I mean?
There's plenty of
There's
things.
your
so
filter
many
set?
things.
But it's
What's your
definitely
filter
not
set
that there
on?
wasn't
Yeah.
availability because there
$80
was.
Yeah, there was.
within
Yeah,
walking
there was.
distance.
Exactly, exactly.
There's 6 in town right now for this weekend. Friday to Saturday night. That's just, but what if you have a 2
I
night
have a 2-night
minimum?
minimum, for
Yeah, so
example,
then-
so.
Yeah, there's a lot of, when people walk in the door and say,
Yeah.
nothing's open today, and I'm thinking, well, you just walked in my door. I'm open, you know, and if you think about how many businesses are open every day in town, there is plenty to do on a day. I don't care if you come on Wednesday. There are several of the attractions open every day. ASL's open every day. Meg's is open every day. The Antique Mall's open every day. There is enough to do in town to where, I mean, so you gotta take it a little with a grain of salt when they come in and say nothing's open. Okay, let me know.
I now grab I grab the form that we got from the visitor center and I say, oh, here, I have this thing you can check out. These are the shops that are open.
Exactly.
And the visitor center is also a wealth of information.
Exactly,
They're like-
which is open every day.
Yes.
I didn't want to stay here. I just wanted to get out of here. Yeah, interesting. Well, that's good.
Are you gonna make this survey digital as well?
Yes, I can, but I was kind of just going to have people walk in right now and just keep it paper for right now. But
See how the responses are.
yeah,
like that.
yeah, if we don't
I
get
think
enough,
there's so
maybe.
many online, they see if they do, then they're
They
not
ignore it.
doing it.
Oh,
This
especially
is
if it's a
in front
They
of
speed
them.
through it.
Yeah,
From the
right.
city.
And it keeps them off their
Well-
phone. Keeps them off their phone.
And it's also like 6 pages, so, you know, like the city form that just keeps going on there, I feel like they'll just abandon it at some
Well, and I
point.
like this because if you want to put a comment next to your answer,
Exactly. That's a
you
good
can
point.
write it in.
And I'll encourage Jan and
I'll
Mary to say
attach
that.
some extra sheets behind it. I'm just kidding.
There's some blank sheets anyway.
Exactly.
That last question on page 13, you only gave 2 lines in there.
Now I gotta see what it is.
That whole thing.
Oh my gosh, that needs a whole piece of paper.
Yeah. What is what?
You intentionally put
It
2
says
lines.
one thing.
One thing, oh.
Yeah, don't
darn
give
it.
me 2 things. Just one, please. And is there anything else you would like us to understand about your business, your customers, or downtown activity? I like that one. I think that one was really cool.
You'll get plenty of feedback on that one.
Yeah, when the Missouri Main Street guy came to town, he did a really cool, like, it's almost like a scatter plot, but like, when everybody took that survey a couple months back of about downtown, basically, you'd have like 6, well, I don't know, you could write in words, and basically the word that was most said was the biggest word, and then it got smaller.
that's cool.
smaller.
That was
Like
really
a word
cool.
cloud.
Yeah, a word cloud, that's it.
Yeah.
And I really enjoyed that, so maybe there's like some stuff that we can do visually here that would be really cool to hand back to businesses. But also a lot of these questions kind of run into that data that we got from Missouri Main Street, kind of like that retail gap, what are we missing downtown that residents say that we need,
Well, maybe this is also a way that we could get the merchants to come to this meeting. We're compiling this to help you decide, what days you should be open. At this TTC meeting, we're going to talk about the results and, maybe we could actually get some people to come.
A couple hours ago, I posted on all of our, I
saw that.
I did, I posted it, because I'm like, it didn't work. I tried though.
Yeah. I do like that idea a lot.
Do we have any grant applications?
We do not.
How do we highly recommend that organizations in St. Genevieve that play an integral role in tourism are here to share their month, or month ahead, because we have private organizations too, like Pro St. Gen and these groups that if they were here helping and giving like an update on what they have going on, I think that would be very helpful, and it might even get more people from the community here too.
I think if you were going to do that, you probably need to make it an agenda item and ask someone or some group ahead of
You've
time
got, normally
if they
Dina's
want to
here
attend.
almost every month, Dina, so you've got the chamber. Amanda does a pretty good job of representing, downtown St. Gen. And so, but yeah, like the Pro St. Gen would be good to have a liaison here.
Well, Aaron.
Well, I mean,
do-
He's also
agent,
kind of busy.
Yeah.
Well, you know-
so it's
Well, yeah,
during the
but
meeting-
to
during
give
the
a,
meeting.
when
Yeah.
I'm talking about standing over there, like, they
Someone
like
that's
somebody
not here.
that, like those people that come in for the festivals and they come in and tell us about it and they do it, I think if one of those groups, you know, Amanda Delahanty from ProSage comes in here and lets us know what they're working on and projects they have coming up, and like, because they're a big part. I mean, both these groups, they're Downtown St. John, all these groups are very big parts of the tourism in this town. I feel like having their, you know, having their
And that
efforts,
may
you
get
know,
more
talked about.
people to come. I mean, the Missouri Main Street thing that just happened there, I was
There was a lot
surprised
of
how many
people.
people went.
I think.
And it was very informative, so if we can get the meetings, you know, with that much information going out, maybe people.
Even the national park, you know, they could come here and give us updates.
Yeah,
you know?
for sure.
I think one thing that would be helpful just from a tourism standpoint, and even what we heard from the Pro St. John, and I know you've spoken a lot about it. We've talked in here about some of the projects that are coming up that are on the docket to do, and I've heard some notional kind of timeline, but we haven't really seen or said, hey, here's what this looks like. In the next month, you're gonna see this happening.
Yeah,
In
that's what exactly.
3 months, you're gonna see this. Like, generate a little bit of excitement around the things that we're getting ready to do that are going to bring more life and vibrancy to the downtown, whether it be the flags, whether it be the crosswalks, whether it be lighting, whether it be what, you know, but that would be really nice to see and to really kind of promote that out there. And I don't even know if we have it, but we should.
Yeah, well, I mean, that wayfinding grant that you guys were integral in is going to be coming here very shortly. Put in the order for all the signs, so that'll be like just one day it's not here, and then boom, it's all here. So, and we've got to work with Alliance on getting that stuff up. So it's just the timeline keeps extending out.
I don't want to stroke Aaron's ego, because it's something that the board here has done as well. So, but if you would have came to these meetings 2 years ago, or now, if you would have came to them 5 years ago and 8-10 years ago, there was a good amount of people here, and there was a lot of activity, and there was a lot of arguing and discussion and fighting, and kind of like. And we had a very limited budget, and there was a lot of ways to spend that money, and everyone was trying to figure it out. And so we had some tourism directors that were, you know, had different ideas, and so like these meetings are kind of boring now in a way, but that's in a
positive way?
in a positive way, I think, you know,
Positively boring.
I mean. Because I'm not kidding you, sometimes they were knocked down, drag out flights. Oh, we need to spend $14,000 on billboards. No, we only can do $12,000, you know. And it was, you know, money was very tight, and things weren't moving in a positive direction. And the tourism director kind of had a different idea than the rest of the board members, and so it wasn't always
Kind of like a no news, good news sort of situation maybe right now.
But yeah, I mean, having an agenda item for the national park and an agenda item for downtown St. John to give just, you know, a small report, you know, maybe that would be Pro St. John and stuff like that. I mean,
maybe even to send it in, that could be included with the package or something like that.
Yeah, if they can't make it. So.
But I would like to see more folks here. It'll be interesting with the national parks. I think they cut out at 5, and that's kind of like it, you know. And you know,
Maybe we can just get a report from them or something.
yeah, sure. But
So what do you think do you think a board member reaching out to them is the right move, or should you do it?
I can do it. Yeah, absolutely.
Is that the best way to do it?
I would think so. Yeah, I mean, well, you know.
I'm just asking. I don't have an opinion one way or the other, and I hadn't even really thought about it.
To invite them to this board, maybe once every so often or something.
Yeah, it wouldn't have to be every
It doesn't
month.
need to
Maybe,
be
you know, the
exact.
National Park's going to give a report this month. Pro St. John's going to do it this month. Downtown St. John's going to do it this month.
Kind of like
That way the meeting won't go on forever.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I actually have an appointment at 6.
Oh,
5 minutes. I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Is that where we are?
that's where we're at.
No marketing, right?
We are now. She has to go somewhere.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Bye.
Good.